What's going on, man? We back. 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 Bar breakdown shit, man. Y'all already know what this is, bro. Y'all already know all my loyalty or nothing gang. Y'all, y'all know what we finna get into. Sorry I took so long, man. This round two, man. That loaded Lux verse Verb, but all Lux verse. All Lux verse, cause this the round he definitely won. I ain't trying to hear none of the stupid shit. I'm 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 sad at niggas like Rap Grid and J Black and what I'm saying, all these other blogs and them my folks, battle rap trap and all them, but these niggas is not listening. Battle Truth, all them niggas, Pie Piper, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that blog and do this shit, man. These niggas was saying the most basicest of bars. Is basicest a word? Is basicest a word? Did I just make that up on the spot? Basicest? Well, they be saying the most basic bars that they heard, which is the simplest punches that anybody could have caught inside the building. And these niggas missed Vodafly, you too, nigga. How y'all miss all these bars and connections and lead ups and setups and all that good shit? That shit crazy. Y'all know this the intro. I'm looking rough around the edges. Pardon me for looking rough around the edges. Like a bushel that ain't been trimmed outside. I do this. No, just a little bar in there, rough around the edges, like a bush that ain't been trimmed, rough edges. Yeah, fuck it, catch it later. But yeah, man, we finna go on and get into this round two shit. When Lux this the round, he for sure won. I mean, he for sure won every round to me, if niggas really listening. Cause Verb wasn't this damn direct. Verb wasn't picking out specific, factual personal situations to talk about in a witty way. He was just basically staying on one angle. I'm this, I'm that, compared to you. God made two of us, you fucking house dog. Don't come off the porch with the big dogs, house dog, and all that silly shit. Go back and listen. Verb first verse was slow as hell. At the beginning, niggas was barely even listening to that nigga. And then around mid verse, they start picking up like, let's start cheering for this nigga before he get the bitching talking about we don't fuck with him and all this other shit. And the fact that we paid this money to be in this building, so we ain't just gonna not cheer after paying all this money for this Gnome 9 event, so let's go and cheer for this nigga. Mid verse, they started cheering, and again, it died down. Wait till y'all see the shit and it come out. The whole second verse that Lux spit was lit, just like his first, but his second was his best. And I'm finna show y'all why. But y'all know what this is, man. Loyalty or nothing gang. This J Reed. Salute to everybody watching this shit right now. And make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this shit so that niggas who claiming Verb 1 and was saying some shit, when you hear this shit and you spit it back to them, tell them to say that same shit and stand on it with a straight face. Fuck out of here. Verb didn't take either round, and if you is gonna give him one, you gotta give him the third because the crowd wasn't feeling Lux angle that he took in the third about the time limit and how Verb, could have had a man-to-man conversation over the phone with him about the time, and instead he went on a whole 30-minute blog and talked about the shit though. And Verb Lux was talking about that shit, and niggas was foul, not even trying to hear it. The crowd in the third, so they slept on him. They even, I think they booed Lux because of that shit, but he definitely won the first and the second, so it's 2-1 or 3-0 either way. You feel me? Because the second is clearly Lux's best verse and his best reaction, plus his more bar-filled verse. But we finna get into that. And y'all know we finna get into that. Line for line. Double meanings, double entendres, witty wordplay, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We finna get into it. And make sure you hit that notification bell, man, to get more of these bar breakdowns. Cause I'm not just gonna do the luck shit. I mean, you also had a haymaker field Arsenal versus Av. This nigga Av is one of my new greats. I love how that nigga spit. He be punching niggas face in with small jabs here and there, and then he'll just come out of nowhere with a mother Blue, hit you dead in your shit with a haymaker that you wasn't even expecting. But let's go ahead and get into this. Sue Surf and Geechee was crazy too. We gonna have to get into that. And that Cassidy for versus Goods, niggas was asking me to, you know what I'm saying? Cause niggas slept on Cassidy. I think Goods won the battle because of certain shit that you need to do in battle rap as opposed to just rapping. But Cassidy was saying some shit that niggas totally slept on the whole battle. Goods was good, but Cassidy was spitting that shit that niggas just after Goods took that angle about you ain't been in battle rap in so long. You can't say you made this shit and you look worse than you did when you started. When Goods took that angle, the crowd stopped fucking with anything Cassidy was saying after his first round. So, that's some unfair shit to me. Despite the angle, still listen to a nigga bars as he's saying some fire shit or nah. Don't have your emotions in there. That's a female trait. Word to Wheezy. Acting femalish and having emotional beginning of feelings versus somebody, which stops you from cheering for anything they spit because you emotional because of something they did before the battle or during or whatever. No, listen to the bars and see if the niggas, despite if you like them or not, despite if you like them or not, see if the nigga really was spitting some shit and give a nigga the benefit of a doubt. That's me. And Verb wasn't doing that. I'm sorry, he wasn't spitting no shit to me. He had a few hot comparison bars, but outside of that, nothing direct, nothing. This is an epic battle, nigga. You should be talking some personals. You should be bringing up some shit that was in the making of this battle, all type of shit, not just no regular rhyme shit that you do on a song, nigga. No, get into that shit that we want to hear about on that corner when y'all was arguing, you and Lux, and shit that led up to this, and personals y'all know about each other, and shit y'all done dug up about, shit like that. Past battles, talk about that shit. Don't just spit no regular words, matching words, and because they rhyme. And Lux was about that. But we finna get into this right now. So, timestamp. 7 minutes and 22 seconds is when this damn 7:30 now, because 10 seconds went by just that damn quick. But timestamp 7:30 is when these lyrics started and the bar breakdown actually starts outside of my intro. So the nigga Lux come out round two. I said, look, if I slay you, it's a no-brainer. If you even graze me, nigga, you famous. But what they pay me to do, it's a contract to walk in your house and cave in your roof. Move. Come on, man. I could have finished because he wasn't done with that little angle about, if you win, if you even graze me, nigga, you famous. Basically, he telling, first off, the angle is he telling the nigga Verb, look, nigga, if I beat you, it's a no-brainer. Niggas gonna say I was supposed to. I'm Lux. I'm a god at this shit. I'm supposed to beat you. That's a no-brainer. But if you even graze me somehow, you famous. Meaning, if I slay you and kill you, niggas expect it. It's a no-brainer. But if you graze me, even with one slightly nice bar, or if you get around in this shit, just one round, you all of a sudden famous just because you up here against me. And that's not how shit should go. You know what I'm saying? That's why you pick and choose people you battle. You call out. You go on it. He telling Verb basically you go on the internet and you call out certain niggas who got legendary status just to get on the card against them. You talk shit about them to the point where they stop avoiding you and battle you, and then you say, "Oh, look at my resume now. I got Lux. I got Cass. I got Ars. I got all these greats. I'm in the top whatever just off of my resume." See, that's some slick shit he did. That's why Lux called that nigga a tricky nigga in verse one, in round one. But that's what he mean basically. Nigga, if you even graze me, you famous. All for just being up here. That's why after that he gonna go into um he said, if I slay you, it's a no-brainer. But if you even graze me, you famous. But what they pay me to do, it's a contract to walk in your house and cave in your roof. Move. Well, what they pay me to do anyway, though, even though I know that, and that's the point, even if you graze me, you gonna be famous, and if I slay you, niggas gonna say it's a no-brainer. I should have slayed you. You Verb, I'm Lux. Of course, this should have happened. But what they pay me to do, meaning smack them. What they pay me to do, still, I'm still gonna walk in your house and cave in your roof. Well, that's why he said it's a contract to walk in your house and cave your roof. Pardon me. He added that part in to say basically, nigga, they paid me to basically not come in here and do my job. Because either way, you going to be called a legend just for having the names you have in your resume, not for the shit you spit. He said, so it's a contractor walk in your house and cave in your roof. When really, a contractor is supposed to, if you call somebody to contract and do some work on your house, you call them in there to fix the damn roof, not cave it in, but cave in your roof. As in, nigga, I'm getting paid to still come here and do my job and spit this fire and basically cave your roof in. Get it? Cave in your roof, your head, cave your head in with these punches and these schemes and all this shit here. It's a contractor come in your house and cave in your roof. Some tell me he kept that because remember he wanted this to be in St. Louis. Lux wanted to battle Verb in St. Louis, his hometown, but it ended up being in Houston, but I think he kept that little line in there. That's why he said this is a contractor walk in your house and cave in your roof. Well, Verb's house will be St. Louis, not Houston. But I see what he mean. Basically, smack. Even no matter if you graze me and I beat to kill you and slay you, I'm still coming up here for this bread. Come in your house and cave in your roof. But think of the double scheme. If you pay a contractor to come in and do some work on your house, he needs to do the work, not fuck up the house even more. You gonna come in my house and cave the roof in instead of fixing it? Now it's raining. That's why after that he said move. Basically, nigga, move. Quit with the stupid shit. Move over. I'm tired of this Verb shit. You the king of battle rap and all this other shit. Nigga, since when? Because these fans boosting your head up because they like dumbed down lyrics, and these newer fans like people that they can, that they can relate to. Dreads, tight pants, this weirdo shit going on. They ain't listening to bars. They want to relate to the popularity and swag of a nigga. That's not how this shit's supposed to go. So that's what he mean. Walk in the house and cave in your roof. Move. Basically, they paying me to not do my damn job, but I'm still gonna do my job and beat you either way. But no matter what people say after the battle, it's a contract to walk in your house and cave in your roof. Move. This shit don't take a lot of wit. He don't gotta win. That's the truth. In his mind, I got Lux, I got Move. Shit, I'm already in. How y'all not convinced? Look what I'm against. See, he continuing with that angle. This don't take a lot of wit. That's just the truth. He don't gotta win, meaning Verb don't gotta beat me tonight on this Gnome 9 stage, because just being up here against me, niggas gonna celebrate him because I'm on his resume. Whether I beat the shit out of him or he won one round, niggas gonna still say Verb that nigga because he battled Lux, he battled Mook, and certain great people are on his resume because he called them out. Whether he did bad against them, they're still people he was on stage with. That's why he said, this don't take a lot of wit. I ain't even got to do my best. That's just the truth. Because in Verb mind, I'm already in. I got Lux, I got Mook, I'm already in the Mount Rushmore. That's not true. According to Verb thinking, that's a little angle he try to play to get fans to say, who else do I need to take? I done took the best of the best. Even if I lost, I was there. So I'm in the Mount Rushmore. No, nigga, no. But that's basically what he's saying. These fans got you out here thinking, you got Lux, you got Mook. Shit, you already in. How y'all not convinced? Basically, now he's telling the crowd and us fans, how y'all not convinced? Look at what I'm against. Basically, this nigga versus me. Come on, look what I'm against. He gonna be me. And then he said, this is a feast. Your eyes on the prize for him is being in the belly of the beast, the bottom of the pit. Basically, and that's when the crowd, start catching up. Then he said, how y'all not convinced? Look what I'm against. This is a feast. Basically, you know how New York slang is. This nigga fool. You know what I'm saying? He finna get ate up here on stage. This is a feast. Your eyes on the prize for him is in being in the belly of the beast, the bottom of the pit. Well, a feast is basically, a feast. You bottom of the belly, bottom of the pit, belly of the beast. He basically saying if you feast your eyes on the prize for him, if you think he gonna win up here against me, he in the bottom of the pit. Even if he is with me and Luke in legendary status, yeah, okay, but he's at the bottom of the pit of the legends. Even if y'all put him in, he's at the bottom of the pit, belly of the beast. Well, the bottom of the pit is the belly of the beast. Basically, Lux calling himself a beast is a double entendre. He's in the belly of the beast. That's why I said this is a feast. Your eyes on the prize, get it? Feast your eyes on the prize. Well, feast your eyes on this or eyes on the prize. It's a phrase, feast your eyes. But he's saying this is a feast, basically, and he food, and he in the belly of the beast, being me. I'm a beast, Lux, and I done killed this nigga. He ate up here. You know what I'm saying? Belly of the beast, bottom of the pit. Well, he's the bottom of the pit. He calling Verb bottom of the pit of rappers. You feast your eyes on the this is a feast. Your eyes on the prize for him is in being in the belly of the beast, the bottom of the pit, nigga. He's saying I work. He's intuition. When a nigga got a gut feeling, he said he's in the belly of the beast, bottom of the pit. I work. He's intuition. That's a gut feeling when a nigga know he gotta die just to be the shit. But I'ma do my duty though. I'ma do my duty. My God, y'all didn't hear that whole scheme about. Well, let me give you the angle first, cause he's still continuing with the angle about he gotta die just to know he gotta die just to be the shit. He if I beat him, remember how I started off? If I slay him, it's a no-brainer. If he even grazes me, he's famous. He don't gotta win. Well, if even if he die to the fans, he's still a shit. Get it? He gotta die just to be the shit. Up here on stage, I gotta kill this nigga, and he's still gonna be celebrated because he was on stage against me? No, that ain't how this shit work. You still got killed, nigga, bodied. But like he's saying, he gotta die just to be the shit. Well, he started it off with, I work, meaning nigga, I do this, I work, I put in heavy time, contemplating these masterpieces round for round for round, and then rehearsing it, nigga, I work, I'm worth the money, nigga, I work, but you intuition, meaning wishing you could beat me, nigga, you intuition, which means that's a gut feeling. Meaning Verb got a gut feeling that he gotta die just to be the shit. Win or lose, in his mind, he the shit because Lux is on his resume now. Mook is on his resume. He gotta die just to be the shit. You gotta die up here on stage against niggas just to be considered one of the greats. How that work? Get it? Gotta die just to be the shit. But that's the angle. Now let me tell you how he did it with bars. Digest, gut feeling, intuition, I work. I'ma do my duty though, and then he ended it with, but I'ma do my duty. He even rubbed his stomach. I'ma do my duty though. I'ma do my duty. Get it? Duty is another word for number two, or shitting. I'ma do my duty. That's how certain kids and white folks say duty. I'ma do a duty. I got a duty. Well, I'm going to do my duty, but I'm going to do my duty, as in I'm going to do my job. Get it? How that word means two separate things. But it started with belly of the beast, and they didn't even know that. Because he's giving you that whole stomach, gut feeling, intuition, belly of the beast, do my duty, digest. All those things have something to do with what? The digestive process after you feast. Get it? Feast your eyes on the prize for him as being in the bottom of the pit, the belly of the beast. Get it? I work, he's intuition. But intuition, the definition of intuition, the word intuition, is a gut feeling. You got a feeling. People that are intuitive and have, I got intuition. That means it's a feeling, a gut feeling. Get it? I work, he's intuition. it's a gut feeling. A nigga know he gotta die just to be the shit. Will die just to be digest. Belly, stomach, gut feeling. That's a whole scheme in itself, you know. And then he ended it with, "I'ma do my duty." Well, after you finish, after you get a gut feeling from eating a feast, you get that bubbly gut feeling. You gotta go do what? Shit, or your duty. Duty, a number two. I gotta go take a duty. Let's get it? I'ma do my duty though, but I'ma do my duty. That's why he said, "I work." He's intuition. Work, duty. Get it? Yeah. And then after that he went into, so listen to how it sound. This is a feast. Your eyes on the prize for him is being in the belly of the beast, bottom of the pit. I work. He's intuition, or intuition. I work. He's intuition. He could beat me, but I actually work and beat him. I work. He's intuition. That's a gut feeling. When a nigga know he gotta die just to be the shit. Well, intuition is literally a gut feeling. You got a gut feeling about this nigga. I got intuition. Well, but he's also intuition. He could beat me. But a nigga know he gotta die just to be the shit. Well, that goes into the angle he talking about. Nigga gotta die just to be the shit. You know, just for niggas to claim he's somebody, he gotta die on stage, and niggas still claim Verb the shit, even after getting killed by all these niggas, these legends. Just having his name next to him, he's the shit, even though he lost. How? But nigga gotta know he gotta die just to be the shit. But I'ma do my duty though. But y'all know the two meanings for duty. I already went over that. I'ma do my duty. And then he went into, hold up, they giving mental midgets to genius giants. I'm cosmic. That's why this nigga scared. Well, before we get into this fire scheme he finna put on, did y'all just hear that they giving they giving mental midgets to genius giants? He's calling Verb a mental midget. Nigga, mentally you can't fuck with me when it come to layers and, writing rounds filled with metaphors, similes, double wordplay, double entendre, wittiness, street shit, all mixed together into a masterpiece. Yeah, I'm a genius giant. See how both of those words start with G, and mental midgets both start with M? Get it? They giving basically, I'm up here, you down here, giant midget. They giving, and I'm a genius, and you just a mental, you stupid basically. They giving mental midgets to genius giants. Basically, they allowing weak rappers versus genius type rappers. They giving mental minions to genius giants. I'm cosmic. I'm cosmic, meaning out of this world. If somebody say they cosmic with this shit, I'm cosmic. Get it? They giving mental midgets to genius giants. I'm cosmic. That's why this nigga scared. Cause his conscience heavy meddling. No, his conscience heavy meddling. His conscience heavy for meddling with a nigga he know rocking. Ah, right now eye sockets watching. Your heart pumping, in the circle jumping, but he know who to rave about. But I'ma make it gothic for a punk. You couldn't even stunt with me in a mosh pit, nigga. I'm God sent. Whoo! My God, Lux. Did y'all hear that whole, after he said I'm cosmic, and then went into that whole this nigga scared, and then talked about the way he's scared. Well, when you scared, your conscience heavy. Get it? He said his conscience heavy, meddling with a nigga he know rocking. Which basically, the angle is, this nigga Verb scared. His conscience heavy from meddling with a nigga he know rocking. With a nigga he know rocking, or what's popping. A nigga he know that's the shit. His conscience heavy now that he's up here. Well, that's the angle. His conscience heavy from meddling with a nigga he know rocking. And then after that even went into the now your eye socket's wide, watching, your heart pumping in a circle. See all these things and jumping. Remember, all these things got something to do with being scared. Your conscience heavy, meddling with a nigga you know rocking. He said he was scared, literally. He said this nigga scared. His conscience heavy, meddling with a nigga he know rocking. His eye sockets watching. heart pumping, also showing that he's scared. When your heart start pumping real fast, another word, phrase for being scared. His heart pumping and it's jumping in a circle. Cause he know who to rave about, meaning he know they rave about me all the time, being Lux and a legend. He know what he finna be up against. He know who to rave about. They rave about me. They rant and rave about me day in and day out. But I'ma make it gothic for a punk. Meaning, and even though you're scared, I'ma make it even more scarier for you, punk. Calling this nigga Verb a punk. Meaning, and if you make something gothic, them gothic kids are really dark, dangerous. They wear a lot of black lipstick, earrings in their nose. Them white gothic kids. But he's saying I'm gonna make it gothic, meaning scary. I'm gonna make it even more scary for this punk. You couldn't even stomp with me in the mosh pit. Meaning, nigga, you couldn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if I wrote your rounds for you, you couldn't fuck with me. You can't stomp with me in the mosh pit. And the mosh pit is where white people do a lot of stomping. You know that mosh pit dancing to that rock and roll music? Well, look how now that's the angle. He telling the nigga he's scared and telling him in ways he's scared. His heart pumping, his eyes wide, his conscience heavy, all of that. But look how he set it up with all genres of white boy music. Did y'all catch all them layers of white boy genres of music? His conscience heavy meddling, heavy meddling. His conscience heavy meddling with a nigga he knows rocking, rock music, heavy meddling. He know who they rave about. Remember, you go to a rave party, they get it, his eyes watching, heart pumping up and down in a circle, jumping, because he know who they rave about. And that's how he said it, because he know who to rave about. But if you go to a rave party, are they not jumping up and down in a circle with their arms and they shit pumping at a rave party? Yeah. Another white boy or white people genre of music. And I'm gonna make it gothic for a punk. You ain't never heard of gothic music and punk music? Punk rock, punk? Yeah, I'm gonna make it gothic for a punk. And then finished it with You Couldn't Stunt With Me in the Mosh Pit. Another version of what? White boy music. Y'all catch it now? Are y'all catching it yet? So he telling this nigga he's scared is the angle and describing how he's scared, but the double layer is he's saying it in the most fire and witty wordplay way you can say it. His conscience heavy, meddling with a nigga he know rocking. Heavy metal rock. His conscience heavy for meddling with a nigga he know rocking. His eye sockets watching. Heart pounding in a circle, jumping. But he know who to rave about. Rave, white boy. Yeah. And I'm about to make it gothic, meaning even more scary. But gothic as in gothic music, is real dark. Another version of white boy music. I'm about to make it gothic for a punk. You couldn't even stunt with me in the mosh pit. I'm God sent, nigga. And it all rhymes. And then he went into, you know what? This is Lenny Kravitz riffing. My background, you bitching. My background vocals is Lenny Kravitz. My background vocals is Princess Jasmine. Keep wishing. Lenny Kravitz, Princess Jasmine. See how that rhymes? But he's continuing his last scheme about music, but also comparing himself to Verb. Get it? Watch this. This is Lenny Kravitz riffing. Now we know Lenny Kravitz is a great when it comes to rock music and playing that guitar and things like that. He say I'm Lenny Kravitz riffing, meaning riffing, just going through, playing when somebody riffing, they don't actually make a song, but they just riffing, going through the motions on the guitar. But Lenny Kravitz, he's saying I'm Lenny Kravitz, you Princess Jasmine, keep wishing, meaning wishing you could beat me. And bitching, meaning bitching to the crowd when they don't like your bars. You talking about niggas booing you and they hating. Why is it gotta be considered hating just cause a nigga don't fuck with your rhymes? It ain't gotta be hating. Some niggas just ain't feeling that shit you spitting. But why would you go to bitching to the crowd? You niggas hating and all. That's what Lux talking about. Verb be doing. He's saying, look what he said. This is Lenny Kravitz riffing. You bitching. My background vocals is Princess Jasmine. Keep wishing. And the whole time he was pointing at, himself as Lenny Kravitz and pointed at Verb and said, you just my background vocals. Nigga, you ain't even worth my time up here, nigga. This is Lenny Kravitz versus this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Who just do it. You know what I'm saying? This Lenny Kravitz riffing. My background vocals is Princess Jasmine. Keep wishing. And now he finna go into that whole Aladdin scheme that the crowd didn't catch, because all they heard was Will Smith in Aladdin and thought it was just an Aladdin bar, but missed the whole scheme in itself and the angle. Watch what he say. And after talking about all that white boy music, about making it scary and heavy metaling and rock and punk and mosh pit and God, he went into a black person who plays the guitar. Now he's saying, but this is Lenny Kravitz riffing. You bitching, my background vocals is Princess Jasmine. Keep wishing. Well, in the movie Aladdin, Princess Jasmine kept on bitching about what she didn't have, and I want to marry a prince, and I'm tired of being here. She was bitching. Well, that's in comparison, he's saying, to Verb bitching. My background vocals is Princess Jasmine. Keep bitching. But if you are, he said, my background, this is Lenny Kravitz riffing. You bitching. My background vocals is Princess Jasmine's. Keep wishing. I'm Will Smith then. I came to make a movie, and it's a classic with a casket. 'Cause son, you don't know how many box office I had to put a lad in. Come on, man. And the crowd almost, didn't catch the shit. Get it? Keep wishing. I'm Will Smith then. Will Smith played what? The genie on the new Aladdin movie. That's why he said, keep wishing, meaning keep wishing you could beat me. But I'm Will Smith then. If you're going to keep wishing, I'm Will Smith then. Well, Will Smith was the genie who what? Grant wishes. Keep wishing. I'm Will Smith then. And I came to make a movie. Basically, Will Smith did come to make a movie called Aladdin, behind Robin Williams, where he played the genie. It is a classic movie, get it? And it's gonna be a classic. I came to make a movie, and it's a classic with a casket, meaning this is gonna be a classic battle because it is a classic battle in the making. Lux versus Verb, niggas been waiting on that battle forever, so it's clearly a classic. But so is the movie Aladdin. That's one of Disney's classic movies. I'm Will Smith then. What do you say? I'm Will Smith then. I come to make a movie, and it's gonna be a classic with a casket. Meaning, even though this shit gonna be a good battle and a classic, I'm still finna put you in the casket. 'Cause son, that's why he said the word son. He said, it's gonna be I came to make a movie with a casket. It's gonna be a classic with a casket. 'Cause son, you don't know how many box offers I had to put a lad in. Meaning telling Verb, you don't know how many times, nigga, I've been offered money to put a nigga in the box, basically. Box offers to put a lad in. A lad is another word for a youngin', a kid. I think it's Irish, an Irish word for son. That's why he said son first. 'Cause son is also New York slang when niggas say, hey, yo, son, calling a nigga your son. And you know what I'm saying? That's why he said, 'cause son coincides with the word lad at the end. They missed all of that. Box offers, but also box office, get it? You don't know how many box offers I had to put a lad in. Box offers to put a nigga in the box. But a box as in casket, that's why he said the word casket. There's going to be a classic with a casket. Meaning, a box is another word for casket. See how some words coincide with each other that niggas did not catch in the crowd. Hell, I ain't gonna front. I didn't even catch that. I caught the Aladdin scheme he was putting on, but when I broke down the little words he slipped in there to sell the scheme, it makes it even more fire. Listen to it. This is Lenny Kravitz riffing. You bitching. My background vocals is is Princess Jasmine. Keep wishing. I'm Will Smith then. I came to make a movie, and it's a classic with a casket. 'Cause son, You don't know how many box offers I had to put Aladdin. Aladdin is the name of the movie that Will Smith played in. It's a classic movie. But also, he said the word sons for a reason. It's going to be a classic with a casket. With a casket, I mean. Because son, you don't know how many box offers I had to put a lad in. A lad, one of these young niggas. You don't know how many niggas, how many times I got paid to put one of you young niggas in the box. Is basically what he's saying. And there's gonna be the same situation, nigga. There's gonna be a casket. It's gonna be a classic battle. Oh, we gonna make a movie up here on stage, but I'm still gonna put you in a box. Get it, box offers, classic Aladdin, Will Smith. My background vocals is Princess Jasmine, keep bitching. Meaning he calling this nigga a girl, Verb a girl, calling this nigga Verb a girl for bitching all the time. But on the other hand, I'm Will Smith then in this movie. Because you don't know how many box offers I had to put a lad in. Get it? And then he niggas thought that scheme was over. And then he went into it's a whole new world, nigga. Meaning, you know that was a famous song from that Aladdin movie. A whole new world. Yeah, that was one of the main songs. Actually, the main song from the movie. And Lux even sung it like that. Wait till you see the battle. And round two, he was like, after he finished up that Aladdin scheme, he was like, because niggas don't know how many box offers I had to put a lad in. It's a whole new world, nigga. This ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. You might be Showtime, just not at the Apollo, nigga. You wanna know how I know? I'm talking on this nigga, and niggas is not catching this shit. They didn't know that whole new world shit was really the end of the scheme. They thought box office and Aladdin was the end of it, but whole new world, when he went into that, it's ending a scheme, and just that phrase is starting a new scheme. Peep how it go. It's a whole new world, nigga. This ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. See how it ended the Aladdin scheme, because that was a major song, A Whole New World. But how he's saying to this nigga Verb, though, also, this is a whole new world, nigga. This ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. Meaning this ain't when you first started. This is a whole new world of battle rap, nigga. You gotta spit that shit. And you ain't the same nigga as when you came into this shit. That's what he basically telling Verb. It's a whole new world, nigga. This ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. You might be Showtime, just not at the Apollo, nigga. You know how I know? And it's all rhyming. But see how he said, you may be Showtime, which is Verb go-to move when he be like, so it's Showtime. And Lux even did his hands like that to mock Verb when he does that shit. He was like, you might be Showtime, just not at the Apollo, nigga. Well, y'all know Showtime at the Apollo. You know, and Street Status is when Verb and Hollow was rapping against each other, battling. That's why he said this ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. You might be Showtime, just not at the Apollo. Meaning, nigga, that might be your fire go-to move, but the rest of your shit, nigga, you not Showtime though at the Apollo. That might be your one of your what is it? One of your go-to moves. You might be Showtime, your slogan, one of your slogans, but nigga, it ain't up to par with the greats. You ain't, nigga, at the Apollo you will get booed off stage. And Verb has got booed off the stage, so that tie into the whole, you know, you might be Showtime, just not at the Apollo. And then he said, you wanna know how I know? And then went into it, watch. He said, it's a whole new world, nigga. This ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. Hollow the Don. This ain't back when you was rapping with Hollow. You might be Showtime, just not at the Apollo. You know how I know? And then said, last year you could have got 8. They told me wait. I said, cool, this gnome is fine. Who the fuck is Verb? I could have battled anybody in headline, but you know when you know it's time. All these gun bar niggas on the card, but you can bet Smack called Lux to fully load this 9. And that's the crowd went bananas because they can relate the whole fully loaded Gnome 9 and what he meant by fully load this 9, this fully load this Gnome 9 card. They caught that, but missed the whole lead up to it. Listen how he spit it. He said, last year you could have got 8, meaning last year I could have battled you, is what he telling nigga on in so many words. Last year you could have got 8, but last year was also what? Gnome 8. See how the word play? 8 as in the digit, but 8 as in ATE, nigga. You fool. Remember, fool, nigga getting 8 is slang for nigga. You could have got beat then, nigga. You could have got 8 then. Look what he said. Last year you could have got 8. They told me wait, meaning smack them. Smack them told me wait to battle you. I said cool. This gnome is fine, meaning this gnome we're at now, gnome 9. I told him this gnome is fine. I mean, yeah, last year I could have battled anybody. I mean, who the fuck is Verb? I could have battled anybody in headline. Meaning, because I'm Lux, nigga, it don't matter who I could have battled. Niggas, it would have been the headline battle. Niggas would have came to see that shit. Who the fuck is Verb? I could have battled anybody in headline, but you know when you know it's time. And when is that time? All these gun bar niggas on the card, but you can bet Smack still called Lux to fully load this 9. And that ended the haymaker and the scheme. Because he's saying all these gun bar niggas on the card, meaning all these niggas who rap gun bars specifically. Shit, K Shine, Rum Nitty, Sue Surf, Geechee Gotti, Shotgun Suge, John John Don versus Jack Boy, get it? All these gun bar niggas on the card, but you can bet Smack still call Lux to fully load this 9. Fully load this Gnome 9 card though. Fully load this 9. Cause the card was loaded. I mean, all in battles, this is like the best card I ever seen. If I gotta be honest, out of all the Summer Madnesses and Born Legacies and shit, this Gnome 9 card was like the best card I ever seen. Full of battles, no real choking. I mean, outside of the Jack Boy shit, shit was live, like really lit. That event, that Gnome 9. And it had Lux, which fully loads the card. It was already loaded full of battles with fire niggas on the card. But then to add Lux versus Verb on that same card, get it? Fully load this 9. The card is loaded with rappers. He could bet Smack still call Lux to fully load this 9, but he did his hands like this because also gun bar niggas fully load this 9, meaning fully load this 9mm as well, as in the gun, but fully load this 9 as in Gnome 9 card. Look how it sound. All these gun bar niggas on the card, and Smack still call Lux to fully load this 9. It's fully loaded, not Loaded Lux Twitter handle and IG handle. Get it? He still call Lux to fully load this 9. Fully loaded Lux. That's the triple scheme to it. But the second part of the second, another layer is he put all these gun bar niggas on the card and called Lux to fully load this 9. Lux don't really do gun bars. He more witty. He don't need gun bars to, he can talk about any subject and not just have to land a gun bar to get cheers. You ain't gonna catch Lux doing no bunch of, he more, he more intellectual than that, than to just do gun bars. He can rhyme, a whole 3 rounds and not name one gun bar. But see how he, in that scheme, he put one gun bar in the middle of that scheme. Get it? All these gun bar niggas on the card and Smack call Lux to fully load this 9. Fully load this 9. That's a gun bar. Gun bar niggas on this card. See how it's a triple scheme now? Almost a quadruple. But he's also saying, nigga, I could have beat you last year on Gnome 8. But they told me wait. I said this Gnome is fine. Because I could have battled anybody in headline. Who the fuck is Verb? I didn't have to battle. I could have battled Geechee and still headline. I could have battled Artist and headline. But he already battled Artist. But y'all know what I mean. The angle he used in saying, I could have beat you last year in so many words on Gnome 8. But you could have got 8. But the 8 is another flip because 8, you could have got 8 meaning you could have got beat on Gnome 8, but you also could have got 8, meaning up here on stage, nigga, I could eat you alive and you won't even be able to recover from this shit career-wise. Get it? Listen how he put it. Last year you could have got 8. They told me wait. I said, cool, this Gnome is fine. Who the fuck is Verb? I could have battled anyone a headline, but you know when you know it's time. All these gun bar niggas on the card, but you can bet Smack still call Lux to fully load this 9, and I'ma blow your mind with it. Talking about the gun, I'ma blow your mind with it, but also I'm gonna blow your mind with it with these bars on this card. You know, talking to fans as well, and I'ma blow your mind with it. Um, he said, I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had the grand chap his grands. For this pussy, the tongue lashing to the T. I wrecks these bitches, but still got the belt fixing them. I'm still handy, man. Your stance, nigga. You don't stand a chance. Come on. Y'all didn't catch. Look how you can still bet Smack a call Lux to fully load this 9, and I'ma blow your mind with it. And then went into the, I'm so on the money with this shit. Meaning, when somebody say they on the money with it, you know, they do it to the T. They great at what they do. I'm on the money with this. He said, I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had the grand champ his grands. Meaning, you know, Smack had to grant me my grands. Grant me my money, nigga, I'm worth it. Smack had the grand champ his grands. For this pussy, then he pointed at Verb, obviously calling that nigga pussy. Smack had the grand champ his grands. For this pussy, the tongue lashing to the T. I wrecks these bitches. Get it, T-Rex? Tongue lashing to the T. But the whole, you know, Grand Champion Rex Twitter handle, if you go to T-Rex, the battle rapper, his Twitter handle, his IG handle is Grand Champion T-Rex. That's how you look T-Rex up. But also Triple Scheme, I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had the Grand Champ his grants. See how that's wordplay? Grand Champ his grands. Well, you know, if you grant somebody their grands, their money basically, thousands, grands. I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had the Grant Champ his grands. Is Ulysses S. Grant not on one of the bills? Get it? Smack had the Grant Champ his grands on the money. I'm so on the money. Ulysses S. Grant, that's wordplay. His last name, Grant. Grant is, you know, a name of someone that's on some money. He's a person on a bill. Grant. Ulysses S. Grant. I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had to grant champ his grands. For this pussy, these tongue lashes to the T. I wrecks these bitches. Well, tongue lashings to the T. You know, I get on stage and get these niggas tongue lashings. Meaning I spit that shit to give them tongue lashings to the T. Get it on the money to the T. How those two phrases mean the same thing. I'm so on the money with this shit. Tongue lashings to the T. I do this shit to the T. If somebody say they do something to the T, that means they do it to the best of that ability. Nigga, I do this shit to the T. I wrecks these bitches. Well, not only T-Rex, but I wrecks these bitches on stage calling Verb a bitch. And niggas he's battled bitches. Giving niggas tongue lashings to the T. I wrecks these bitches. But I wrecks these bitches. Tongue lashes T. Get it? Also females. Tongue lashes to the T. I wrecks these bitches. It's a quadruple entendre, my nigga. I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had to grant champ his grands. For this pussy, tongue lash T, bitches, all things that talk about what females have. Pussy, tongue, lashes. Get it? Tongue lashes to the T. I wrecks these bitches. But I wrecks these bitches, meaning I wrecks these bitches on stage. WRECKS, as in Rex. I wrecks these niggas bitches on stage. And I still got the belt, fixing them. Get it? Grand champ, belt. How's that ties in them? I still got the belt, meaning I'm the champion, nigga. I still got the belt. Fixing them. Fixing these niggas. I wrecked them. Now I'm up here fixing them. Fixing their mind. Teaching them how to do this shit. I still got the belt. Fixing them. I'm so handy, man. Handyman. Fixing them. Belt. Who has a belt that fix things? Handyman. But he's saying I'm so handy, man. Handy. Get it? When you write stuff, you use your hand. You're handy. I'm so handy, man. Well, they also fix things that are wrecked. Get it? I wrecks these bitches. I'm so handy, man. I got the belt fixing them. I'm so handy, man. But handyman got a belt that fixes things. I'm so handy, man. Your stance, you don't stand a chance. Telling Verb, nigga, even the way you standing, nigga, your stance and the stance you take, you don't stand a chance. Well, if you put the word stand and chance together, it stands. Your stance, you don't stand a chance. Take out the D and the C in the word stand and chance, and you get stance. But also your stance, how you stands. You don't stand a chance. Telling Verb, nigga, you don't stand a chance up here. I'm so on the money with this shit. Now peep how the whole scheme play out. What I just said and how you can hear it. Wait till y'all see him do it though. He said, I'm so on the money with this shit. Smack had the grand champ his grands. For this pussy, the tongue lashing to the T. I wrecks these bitches, but got the belt fixing them. I'm still handy, man. Your stance, you don't stand a chance. That's why he said that. Like, he didn't say I'm just handy, man. He actually said it like, I'm so handy, man. Meaning, man, I'm so fire with this shit I write. I'm so handy. I'm so handy, man. Your stance, you don't stand a chance. And then he went into the whole, when you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums, family vans, soccer moms, and the crowd started laughing, but they didn't even catch the pop out. Let me finish the scheme he said. When you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums, soccer moms, family vans, you know, the good stuff. Till you gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. That shit rougher than mechanic hands. Oh my god. That's a scheme within a scheme while telling this nigga, basically, when you St. Louis niggas pop out, like Young Ill, A Verb, Hitman, anybody from St. Louis, get it? When you St. Louis niggas pop out, meaning when y'all come out to battle, when y'all pop out to do this shit, when you St. Louis, and he even looked in the air like that, when you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums, soccer moms, family vans, basically calling this nigga soft. Everything about you St. Louis niggas is soft when I think about y'all popping out. But the crowd laughed at that because he was charismatic the way he said it in a jokingly kind of way. But it's also a scheme and a bar inside of a bar, because when you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums. How does that coincide with pop out? Remember, Nelly albums were more of a poppy type of vibe. Instead of just flat out rap, it was him singing and rapping. Nelly, pop out, and now his albums are out of style. People ain't really fucking with Nelly no more. You know, he done fell off basically. That pop type shit is outdated. Get it? When I think when you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums. Get it? Nelly is also an artist from St. Louis who really had more pop songs than rap, gangster rap, you know, lyrical type songs. He had more poppy type of dance, country grammar, you know, popish. That's why I say it pop out. When I use St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums. Get it? Pop out. Those pop type of songs are out. Niggas ain't listening to Nelly no more. But then another version of pop out, he said, not only Nelly albums, soccer moms, family vans, the good stuff. But how does pop out coincide with soccer moms? Get it? Pop out. Well, if you're a soccer mom and you taking your kids to practice and soccer and all of that, where's the pop or the dad? Pop out. He doing something. Get it? Because that's why the soccer mom got to go do it. And you become a soccer mom because either the pop is out or the dad isn't living with that family anymore, or he's out doing something else. So the mom got to go take the kids to their events. Get it? Pop out. When you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums, that's one version of pop out. And then the second is pop as in the word dad. Pop out. Your dad is also known as your pop. And then the last one is family vans, he said. Think about that. How does that coincide with pop out when St. Louis niggas pop out? Well, family vans, when you open them, do they not pop out? Get it? Them vans? Either you could push the automatic button and it pops out and slides out, or you can do it yourself and just pull it and it pops out instead of just open. Because you know a van on a family van, the door on the family van don't just open up like a front door to the van. It pops out. Get it? When you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums, soccer moms, family vans, the good stuff. Until one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. Come on, man. Then he flipped it from the good stuff to turning bad, nigga. You gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk. Well, that's kidnapping a nigga. Basically telling nigga I will do something to you around here, nigga. You gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. Well, we get the trunk, hood. That's a car, things that's on the car. The trunk, hood, lift his hood up, get put in the trunk. But the double meaning is shit. When one of their community leaders, get it? You St. Louis niggas pop out. Community is that's what I think of to one of I gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk. Community leaders being St. Louis niggas, one of the leaders of the St. Louis community being a verb. So you gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up, as in his neighborhood. Get it? Trying to lift his hood, but hood also as in a car hood. But see how community and hood ties together, and how community leaders in St. Louis and Verb tie together to one of their community. You gotta watch. That's why he said watch. I think of family vans, soccer moms, the good stuff. Until you gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. Community, hood, also another word, also both words for what? Your neighborhood, your community. Lift his hood up. One of their community leaders. I gotta watch, neighborhood watch, get it? Till you gotta watch one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. Well, trying to lift your hood up, basically saying nobody likes St. Louis. St. Louis is better than New York niggas. You know how Verb talk. That's why Lux said that. That's an angle to one of their community leaders get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. That shit rougher than mechanic hands. Well, saying something rough mean it was fire. That shit was rough how he said that. Get it? That shit is rougher than mechanic hands. Well, mechanic hands are rough. Hell, all they do is fix on cars and shit. They got rough hands. Get it? That shit rougher than mechanic hands. But mechanic also ties into the whole scheme itself of trunk, hood, trying to lift his hood up. They work under the hood. Mechanics do. Get it? To one of their community leaders gotta get put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. That shit rougher than mechanic hands. Mechanic, hood, trunk. That's the car scheme. The double entendre is Verb is St. Louis community leader who's trying to lift his hood of St. Louis up. Get it? You trying to lift your hood up. Now I gotta put you in the trunk. Kidnap your stupid ass for trying to lift his hood up. That shit rougher than mechanic hands. And then he said, that shit rougher than mechanic hands. I be goddamn. See how that rhyme, mechanic hands, goddamn. But peep it. When you St. Louis niggas pop out, I think Nelly albums. soccer moms, family vans. You know the good stuff. Till you gotta watch one of their community leaders getting put in the trunk for trying to lift his hood up. Hood up, good stuff. See how it's all rhyming and nobody paying attention to that either? That shit rougher than mechanic hands. Man, I be goddamn. All this work and they got me up here trying to be a lazy nigga. Putting my kid in park, not playing with him. Pause. Pause for station identification, man. God damn it, Lux. Did y'all hear that, man? I work, but they got me up here feeling like a lazy nigga. Putting my kid in park, not playing with him. Well, you know if you've been working all day and you take your son or your kid to the park and don't play with him, you's a lazy ass nigga if you go sit on the bench and make that child play by himself, swing on the swing. How they gonna push theyself? You the dad. You a lazy nigga. You supposed to be helping the nigga swing. Push him on the swing, help him go down the slide, catch him when he come down the slide. Be active in when you take your kid to the park. Don't be a lazy nigga. Get it? Putting my kid in park, not playing with him. Well, if you not playing with your kid at the park, you are a lazy nigga. You on the bench on your phone, going through your phone while your son playing by himself. Nah, don't take them to the park and do that. If you're going to take them to the park, at least interact with them. Get it? They got me up here feeling like a lazy nigga, putting my kid in park, not playing with him. Well, that's the first layer. Think of the second layer, putting my kid in park. I work, basically, you know, Lux always say, let me put in that work. I work. You going to get this work. He's heavy on that. Those are his slogans. Get it? I work. But they got me up here feeling like a lazy nigga. Putting my, I work, but up here on stage I'm feeling lazy because I'm putting my kid in park. Basically calling Verb his kid, his son, cause he birthed him from, Lions Den. He put this nigga on, putting my kid in park, basically putting this nigga in his place. When you put your car in park, you putting it in place. It's done. It's stopped. Put it in park. Get it? Put my kid in park. Stop this shit he been talking. All this verb shit. Nah, I finna put your ass in park. Putting my kid in park, not playing with him. Get it? But I'm not playing with him. Meaning I'm putting him in the park. I'm putting my kid in park. Putting this nigga Verb in his place. My kid, my son. Putting my son in park. Not playing with him. And I'm not finna be up here on stage playing with him either when I do this shit. But that's the second entendre. Look at the third meaning. Get it? Put my kid in park, not playing with him. Well, the third meaning is the word kid in park. Kidding. Get it? When somebody say they're kidding, they're not playing. I mean, they playing with you. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Putting my kid in park, not playing with him. But I'm not playing with him. Get it? Get it? It's how you say kid in. Putting my kid in park, but kidding. How fast you say the word kid in park. Putting my kid in. I'm just kidding. Putting my kid in park, not playing with him though. Usually, if you say you kidding, I'm just playing. You just kidding. But he's saying I'm not kidding, not playing with him. Get it? Now listen to it how it sound. I work, but they got me up here trying to be a lazy nigga, putting my kid in park, not playing with him. Just that small couple lines meant so much. Look at the triple entendre and just that couple phrases. And then he went into the whole, yo bro, there's a gang of differences we got. You not contemplating the gang of difference that we got. It's not, he said, hey bro, you don't realize the gang of differences we got. You not contemplating. He can't see it being I'm what's cracking blood. Vessels in this nigga mental block. Look at that triple scheme. Just in that. After he said the whole put my kid in park shit, he went into the whole the gang of difference and went and described those differences. Like, see, this round too, he telling a story just like last round. He was telling a story full of bars and being direct. He said, you're not contemplating the gang of differences we got. Well, what gang of difference? And then he said, Verb can't see it being I'm what's cracking, blood. Basically telling Verb, you can't see it, the gang of differences we got. You can't see it what's being I'm what's cracking, meaning your eyes. You can't see it being, you can't see that it's what I'm what's cracking, nigga. I'm the shit. I'm what's cracking, nigga. I'm what's popping. That's one of the gang of differences. First off, nigga, you can't see it being I'm what's cracking. I'm what's cracking, blood. But also, using that angle, gang of differences, he used gangs terms. Think about it. The gang of differences we got, he can't see it being. C is what Crip niggas use. B is what Blood niggas use. The two major gangs that are talked about right now. Fuck all the GDs and Vice Lords and Folk Corner Hustlers and Stones and, what I'm saying, all them niggas, Moles and shit. Let's talk the major gangs that are being talked about, which is the Crips and the Bloods. That Blood shit heavy right now, so is that Crip shit. So he said, you don't see the gang of differences we got. You're not contemplating, you're not thinking about what I'm saying, nigga. It's a gang of differences we got, nigga, meaning we are not the same, nigga. I'm different. I'm what's cracking. You can't see it being I'm what's cracking, blood. That's the first version. He's saying the first layer is he telling Verb you can't see it being I'm what's cracking, nigga. That's one of the differences. But also another layer, he used the letters that those two gangs use to call each other. C, B, he can't see it being I'm what's cracking, blood. But also the third way is the gang of differences is he also used slang that niggas call each other in those two gangs. Get it? I'm what's cracking, blood. Come on, man. Do Crip niggas not say I'm what's cracking? And do blood niggas not call each other blood? See? I'm what's cracking, blood vessels in this nigga mental block. See, niggas thought he was basically saying I'm what's cracking. Yeah, that's one of the schemes, but he also saying I'm what's cracking blood vessels in this nigga mental block. Meaning, I don't know what made him think he can fuck with me up here, but I'm about to crack blood vessels in his mental block and help him think a little bit better and see these gang of differences that he can't contemplate because he got blood vessels in his mental block, in his mental. But I'm finna crack them bitches with all these punches. Get it? Now watch the scheme, how he said it. He said, you don't, yo bro, you not contemplating the gang of differences we got. He can't see it, being I'm what's cracking, blood, vessels in this nigga mental block. Nigga, I'm key. I be star tracking, grappling, space travel. You can't anchor from a shipping dock. Aye, aye, Captain? Come on. When you tell somebody, aye, aye, Captain, that means, get it? Aye, 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 aye. That's what Captain, I learned that shit off Popeye cartoon. Aye, aye, Captain. I heard, and then, looking it up, that's what it means. Aye, aye, Captain, meaning roger that. Or you get it? Aye, aye, Captain. But look what he said. I be space traveling, star trekking. Meaning I'm up here, nigga. You down here. You can't anchor from a shipping dock. Meaning you can't hold the game down on your level. I'm way up here, nigga. I'm what holds I'm Lux, nigga. I be space traveling, star tracking. Tracking the stars through space, but Star Trek as in Star Trek, Star Trek, the TV series and movies. I be star tracking. What do you say? I be star tracking, grappling, space travel. Well, grappling, if you grapple onto something from that high, you can hold shit down. You know what I'm saying? That's why, but he also saying basically, Verb, I'm up here in space, nigga, with how I do this shit. I'm out of this world. You down here on the shipping dock. You can't anchor from a shipping dock, and you can't. What type of nigga throw an anchor while already standing on the shipping dock? It's no point. You throw out an anchor when you out in the middle of the water so you can hold the boat still while you do what you do. He basically telling Verb you can't hold it down for battle rap, nigga. But I can, because I'm up here, space travel, star tracking, grappling, You know, I can hold shit down because I do this. See how he comparing again the gang of differences. He going into those differences now. Um, what he say? I be Star Trekking, grappling, space travel. You can't anchor from a shipping dock. Aye aye, Captain. Since you Captain Marketable and you call yourself Captain Marketable, aye aye, Captain. Basically saying, listen, Verb, you Roger me, nigga. You can't anchor from a shipping dock. You can't hold shit down. Basically, from the level of rap you on. You can't hold battle rap down yourself. Not you, but I can. Cause I be tracking the stars, nigga. I'm out of space with this shit. But then he went into, nigga, you are so not on board. I'm a different type of craftsman. See these gang of differences? He steady. Remember he said the gang of differences we got. He can't see it being I'm what's cracking blood vessels in this nigga mental block. Well, he now that he said that he's going over those gang of differences. See what he just said after I'm up here and you down there with the space shit and now you down there on the shipping dock. He even gonna look down when you see it and you see his eyes, he gonna look down and be like, can't anchor from a shipping dock. Aye aye, Captain. Meaning okay, nigga. And then he went into another difference. I'm you are so not on board, nigga. I'm a whole different type of craftsman. Just that alone is a bar. Craftsman works with boards, 2x4s, wood, and cutting wood and building shit. A craftsman, get it? You are so, he telling Verb, you are so not on board. But me, I'm a different type of craftsman, meaning how I craft my bars, my rounds, these masterpieces. I craft shit. I'm a craftsman. But the double meaning is you are so not on board. How that ties into aye aye, Captain, and can't anchor from a shipping dock. Ship on board. Remember, on a ship you gotta get on board before we leave. On board. But then telling the nigga he's not on board, meaning mentally, nigga, you are so not on board. But I'm a whole different type of craftsman. Well, craftsman, if some, he's saying your version of rap, nigga, you not on board. You can't